So here we go, live from Cleburne State Park, campsite number 35. Well, hello everyone, Half Full Monty here. This is Labor Day weekend, and who would have thought that it would be so cool this weekend. I'm camped out here in my little casita at Cleburne State Park. We've had rain. It was in the 70s this morning. We're at campsite 35. It's got nice cedar trees all the way around. And it's a full hookup. It's the restroom shower facility, the dumpster, the dump station's over there, but we have full hookups. The pad is pretty small, as you can see. It's kind of small. I don't know if you can get a big diesel pusher in here or not. There's the next campsite's picnic table, and there is they have let's see, this is full hookups. If you go up that road right up there, there's a little loop with campsites, and you go way at the end of this little area, there's a group like a tent camp over there, and you go down this road and there's another little loop down there. I don't know whether they're full hookups or not, but they're right on the lake. There's a little lake here at Cleburne State Park. Then it loops around and comes back. You go across over here, and then there's on the other side, this little creek here, there's a little loop there, camping loop there, electric and water, and then there's some cabins on the other side of the creek over here, and then they have a big room that you can rent, some cabins, the kitchen, and then there's the beach, the swim beach. It used to be a store in there, but I don't know if it's still there. And then you go on out, and there's like a group camp area. There's like a fishing pier, and then there's a restroom. There's mountain bike trails that go all the way around the park, multiple. And like I said, there's a little lake. I think they have bass, perch, catfish. But like I said, it's pretty nice here this morning. No need to run the air conditioner or anything, just the fan. It's kind of humid, but hey, it's Texas, North Texas, on Labor Day weekend. What do you expect? It's these two campsites are open. This one here, there was somebody in it this morning. They moved. I don't know if they left or they just moved to one of the sites down there. I'm attending a RV rally, the Dude RV Buzzard Days rally, and for friends of the Dude RV. He has an RV channel, of course. And he has Dude RV. He's got Dude RC for your radio control cars. He's got the RV Homestead, I believe it's called. Dude, anyway, it's where he's developing some property that he's going to build on in East Texas, and he's a nice guy, and has a really good channel. He has gone to almost all the state parks. His goal is to go to all of them. He does a very good review of all the state parks and campsites and facilities, and he has a really nice map with all the information on all the campsites and state parks and Corps of Engineers and historical sites, and a lot of stuff on there, a lot of information that's very easily accessed. And if you're going camping in Texas, you probably ought to check him out. But anyway, he has to get together twice a year to meet up with his followers, his YouTube followers and friends. And this one here is called Buzzer Days because it is August in Texas, so it's supposed to be really hot, and it was up until today or last night or yesterday or whatever, when it started cooling down and have a little cool front. But it's still probably going to get up to 90 degrees or so today, but it's a lot better than triple digits. And then he has one in February, first week in February, which is generally the coldest. This is usually the hottest time in Texas, and in the first weekend in February, it varies, but it's usually around the coldest time in Texas. And it's called Dillo Days because it's also the same weekend, I believe, that the groundhog up in New England tells you how many more days of winter you have and all that. And it's generally right after the freeze in North Texas. So they have that one, and it's so he does one in the cold and the hot. It screams, and got an airplane going over, coming low. But they have some pretty nice mountain bike trails, hiking trails here at Cleburne State Park. And if you go a few miles on south, there's Dinosaur Valley State Park, who also has some awesome mountain bike trails. This is my it would be vintage mountain bike, the Raleigh Inferno. So back in the late 80s, it was the thing, full suspension. I of course have stuff in it for casual riding. I don't do much very serious mountain bike trails. It's got to be pretty calm. But yeah, I've been around this one. Goes around the park. It's got some pretty hairy places, at least it used to, and then of course it's got a lot easier. I think this is at Cleburne State Park. I broke my crank all the way off, going between two stumps on the trail. But Dinosaur Valley, it can get pretty awesome and crazy there. But that's the one where I did the whole thing one day, and was pretty proud of myself, and came up on the flat level right before the parking lot. There was a big rock, kind of a ledge about like what we got right here, except for a little bit higher. And I thought, well, I'll just bounce up on that. Well, I didn't bounce up. I did what you call an endo. The handlebars here, in fact, it broke my shifter. it cocked when it came over and got me in the ribs and cracked my ribs, which, of course, I went home and didn't tell my wife because she's like, "You too old to be out there doing that." But that was, I was too old then. Wow, I'm really too old now. So anyway, I digress. But there you have it. The Wi-Fi is non-existent. I have AT&T and Visible. And if I get in my truck and crank it up and drive around, I can find one bar with a booster. So you're kind of isolated unless you have some other way of getting internet or Wi-Fi. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy my weekend, and hope you do too. Please like, share, and have a safe weekend. Have full money out. All right, this is the boat launch area, Cleburne State Park. And it looks like it's got 1, 2, 3. Pull in, and 1, 2, 3 to park your drive-through parking and a handicap. I actually got water up to the boat ramp. Let's see how far. I don't know if you can see through the or not, but I guess it's been up to this dark line, probably up to here when it's. But it's a nice cement, graded. We're camped on the other side. Well, about right there. This is a little circle campsite right over there that's on the water. It's a full hookup area right there. Anyway, here's Zim's Pier, got a little fishing pier. I think if I was a snake, I'd be up in there probably. Nice little pier. If I remember right, this lake isn't all that deep, really. Don't stand on the bench. Should have brought my John boat. I got about an 8-foot John boat, rowboat. You can't. This is a non-motorized lake. You can only use like kayaks, electric trolling motors, that sort of thing. It's just too small, and it's too close to a populated area. If you had allowed motorboats in here, they'd pack it in. We're about, Cleburne State Park is, it's about 6 miles off of 67 going southwest, and that is probably about I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 miles outside west of Cleburne. You go through downtown Cleburne if you're coming from that direction. If you're coming from the west, you don't even make it to Cleburne. But anyway, right on the west side of Cleburne is Lake Pat. No, what is it? Is it? I can't think of it. I'll think of it, but it's fed by a little river. But anyway, they've got a little lake. It's bigger than this one, and they allow motors on it, and I don't think they should. But anyway, down there, I believe is the dam. Yeah, that's where the dam is down there. It kind of curves around this way a little bit, and then there's a dam, and it goes over some limestone into a creek. The entry point to the park is right over there. Not right over there, but it's down the road right there. There's a restroom, and there's a parking area for a hiking trail, mountain bike trail that starts there, and you can go that way. I don't know which direction they're going now. They usually, I don't know, most mountain bike trails have a direction, but it also goes all the way. It's not too far going west on the park here, and you run into, there's a fence, and then there's Texas limestone is what it used to be called. It's a limestone facility, and so sometimes when they're working and busy, you got a cloud of dust down there. But like you can see, it's overcast today, and it's a holiday weekend, Friday, so, and I don't even know if they're still producing limestone. I couldn't tell you. I haven't been out here in a little while, maybe a couple years maybe, but they have done some improvement, mainly on the parking lots and some road improvements. They have cabins, and then they've got like a facility where if you were going to have a group meeting, they have like bunkhouse, kitchen, dining hall, and then a meeting hall right over there behind the used to be a camp store. Looks like they have some where you can get propane out of a machine, and also you can rent a kayak, I believe, off of a machine. But anyway, as I was saying, the mountain bike trails go around. Hiking trails, they interlock. I believe there's a group camping area back over here a little bit, and like I said, the swim beach is back over there. But it goes all the way around, and at some points it can be pretty challenging. And the main one goes around the fence line, basically. And then back over here, it gets really confusing. They have a bunch of little loops and switchbacks. It's not very long, but it's just like back and forth, back and forth. But there's some more of that kind of, but not as small, coming this way. And then it kind of thins out to a trail that goes around the fence line back to the parking area here. There's really entryways into that trail. Pretty much they have a camping loop over there. It's probably got, I don't know, 15, 20 or so campsites. Then there's another one right there that's a straight shot, full hookup, and probably about the same amount, 15 or 20 or so. And then there's electric and water over there. There's a couple little loops over there, about like that, and then the cabins. Anyway, I'm going to get back on the bike and ride on around. More later. Have full money out. Okay, so It's going to wrap up my visit Cleburne State Park. I'll be packing up tomorrow morning and leaving. The temperatures dropped. We had a little rain. We got a nice little bike ride in. Met some good folks. Hung out. Ate with the Dude RV people. Looks like it's about to start raining again. But anyway, it's at 35. It's not too bad. It's kind of outdated, but for a little trailer, it works out fine. Lots of cedar, which is good and bad, unless cedar is a problem for you. There is a lime plant on the other side. It can produce some air quality issues at times. The park filled up. Got here Thursday, and it was pretty much empty. It filled up, I guess, mainly Friday night for the holiday weekend. Like I said, it's okay. They keep it clean. They keep it maintained. It could use some updating on the restrooms, the road, and the campsites themselves. Could be more modernized. But overall, I hear thunder. Overall, it's a good old CCC, Texas State Park, and some good old cedar trees there. There's that one there. I don't know. I think they grow fairly fast, but even then, that's still, you can get your arms around that one. But anyway, just is going to put a pin in it for this trip. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed hanging out with Dude RV and all the other RV dude people for Buzzards Day is what they call it. But it was good. The food was, it was great. So anyway, that's it. Hope you have a good holiday and a safe one. And if you're traveling, be safe. And please like, subscribe, share, comment. If you've been to Cleburne State Park, if you liked it. Anyway, have full money out.